Inside of the course feature, you can create sections, lessons, and also quizzes. So I have a course here called Beginner's Guide to Hiking. And inside of this section here, I am going to create a quiz. And you can do that by selecting the plus icon here and then going to quiz. Or you can also go at the very bottom, you can select quiz from the create menu here. So I've already created a quiz just to show you what it looks like. So when you have a blank quiz, you will need to add a title for it. And then you can add in images, videos, all the things that you can add in on a lesson and an article. I'll show you in just a little bit all of your options. And then here is a little bit of an introduction to the quiz. So lots of text options that you have here. We have Make It Better, where you can fix spelling and grammar, shorten, elaborate, simplify, or change the tone to be casual, fun, or witty. So that really will help you out if you get writer's block. Bold, italicize, more text options in here, strike through, underline, background color, text color, and clear formatting. You can also order the list here by bullet points or numbers, left, right, and center align. And then we have a bunch of heading options. This is our largest and our smallest. And then you can also explore quotes as well. So this will just offer you further formatting options. And then a code format toggle. And then you can also insert a hyperlink into from a URL somewhere else. But I'm going to go ahead and take all this off to show you what that looks like too. So the content that you can add inside of here, so I just decided to add an image. So this was something that was on my computer. So you can add a photo or a native video, a video that you have on your computer or a file. And you can also add a video link. So this would be out to YouTube or Vimeo. You can embed as well. We have over 2,000 embed options. So that you can put in here, and then here's some more formatting options as well. So you can do a lot inside of this sort of intro portion to the quiz. So I like the look of that. It's a Trail Basics quiz. So this is at the end of all of the lessons, they will take this quiz to, make sure that they have a solid foundation of their hiking essentials. And then this is where you're going to add the questions. So right now, you can add up to 5 responses. So you'll ask a question, and then one of them will be the correct response. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out, and I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so I've gone ahead and filled this out. What is the most important item to bring on a beginner day hike? Inside of the question prompt here, you can add a gift if you want. So I'm going to go ahead and just look for a hiking gift. I like this one. That's kind of funny. I can also add in any kind of media. On my computer, I can add in, and I can also add in an emoji too. So, and then underneath is where I have put my responses. So obviously 4 of these are incorrect. The correct response is plenty of water and a way to carry it. And then if I want to add more questions to the quiz, all I would have to do is click this plus icon here, and then I can add a question above it or a question below it. And if I need to remove any of the responses, I can do that here. I'm just going to ask this one question, but you can ask up to 100 questions inside of a quiz. So let me go ahead and click save. Inside of each quiz, you have a bunch of settings. So here you can manage the visibility. You can show correct responses. So on the results page, after the member answers the quiz, they can see what the correct responses were. If you really want to test your members' knowledge and don't want them to show them the correct responses and really want to make sure that they get the information inside of your course, then I would toggle this off. If you want to do something a little bit more lighthearted and fun and you just kind of want them to test their knowledge, then you can keep this on. You have unlock options, same as in lessons and section setting. none. The quiz will be unlocked and all members have access. The quiz will unlock after the previous item is completed. So if you wanted to make sure that somebody went through all of the lessons inside of a section, and you want to put the very last lesson is a quiz, then I would choose this one to make sure that all of the lessons have been completed ahead of time. Time to the quiz will unlock at a specific time after a member joins the course, or scheduled. The quiz will unlock on a scheduled date and time for all members. Now, here are your completion options. None will mean that the completion of this quiz is not going to be tracked. Completed will mean that members must complete the quiz in order to move on. It doesn't matter what score they get, they just complete it, and then they can move on to the next lesson or the next section. Completed and passed, members must complete and pass the quiz to move on. So you can set a pass score. You could say you have to get 100% right, you have to at least get 50% right, and then click save there. You can also assign the owner for this quiz. So if you, just like a lesson, if you wanted to have a different space host up at the top, you could do that. You can set the default image. A thumbnail image can either be default or custom. And you can allow non-members to preview the content as well. And then this is what the members view looks like of the quiz, and then more quiz settings down here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like to take the quiz as a member, and then show you what it looks like on the back end once you see a member has completed a quiz. Okay, here I am in my member account, and I see that the quiz is here. So I'm going to go ahead and click into it, and it says ready to take the quiz, and I am. So I click start, and then I can see the gift that I chose or the gift that the host chose, and my options. And so I'm going to go ahead and choose plenty of water and a way to carry it, and I click submit. They ask if I want to submit the quiz, and I do, and then it shows me my score and that I passed. I can retake the quiz again if I want to, and that just looks like I start over one more time, and I go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and say the same thing. And that's what it looks like when a member takes a quiz, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the back end for hosts to look at their members' scores. So in the three-dot menu here, as a host, you can get to your quiz settings, make things hidden, duplicate it, move it in between spaces, bookmark it, add it to welcome and featured sections, and delete it. You can also download responses as a CSV. So what this will do is you'll go ahead and request it, and then you'll get an email, and you'll get those responses in an Excel file or a CSV file, and so that you can see them there. And that's how quizzes work inside your Mighty Network.